Hi, my name is Kirstin and I am an American.
My name is Amani and I'm from Kuwait and we both live in Kuwait.
Amani and I are really good friends, and we wanted to start this channel to kind of spread the love and positivity and show our friendship between our very different cultures that you don't really get a chance to hear about.
Yeah, looking at the social media outlets today, you see a lot of hatred and racism between people. We'd like to set the good example out there.
And we really want to show it for sure is possible.
It is possible.
So when Amani and I go out together, we get a lot of really odd looks because people look at us. I mean, I'm sure we look like the odd couple. I'm very obviously Western American. I have tattoos and she's hijab, so we're very different.
Yeah, people always ask me, what are you guys doing together? They don't realize that we've been friends for like 7 years.
Yeah, I cannot believe it's been that long.
It's been 7
years. It feels like it snapped, right?
Yeah.
We actually met on a project and we just clicked right away and just got really close and became fast friends ever since.
Yeah.
So I actually moved out here because my husband got a job, and I'm going to share kind of a funny story to show how little I knew about Kuwait before I came out here. So when my husband got a job out here, he lived here, I would say about 3 or 4 months before I got out here. And so I was back in America and I was talking to him on the phone, and he was like, wait honey, just 1 minute, I gotta go answer the door. I ordered Domino's. And I was like, oh my gosh, no way, they have Domino's in Kuwait? And my husband said, oh yeah, but guess what? Instead of delivering on cars, they deliver on camels. And I was like, no way! I totally believed him. And there was a pause.
Can't believe you believed him.
Yeah, there was a pause on the phone. He was like, no, they do not deliver it on camels. So I just kind of wanted to show you like how I was moving to this country and how very little I knew, and the ideas that I would say, I don't want to speak for all Westerners, but
well,
for
if
a
you
lot
don't
of
know
us.
anything about the country, you would believe anything.
Yeah, well, I totally did.
Yes, she did.
Before I moved here, I was told a lot of crazy things that were absolutely not true. And then when I got here, other Americans told me crazy things that absolutely were not true.
Oh, well, since we live here in Kuwait, how about I share some facts about Kuwait? Kuwait is situated in the northern edge of Eastern Arabia. It shares borders with Iraq and Saudi Arabia. Kuwait has a population of 4,810,914. 1,417,272 are Kuwaitis. 3,393,642 are expatriates, which means expatriates account for 70% of the population. With an area of 17,820 square kilometers, it is a little bit smaller than New Jersey and slightly bigger than Hawaii. Kuwait is a Muslim country and the first spoken language is Arabic, while English is the second language. Kuwait has a petroleum-based economy and the Kuwaiti dinar is the highest value unit of currency in the world.
For visitors and maybe people moving to Kuwait, you might not get kind of the right information on the internet, and it can be kind of misleading at times.
Yeah, you can get false information on the internet all the time.
So we just kind of wanted to talk about real time, this is a real life, the types of questions that we would get, or I would get.
Yeah.
So the types of questions that I get are like, do you have to wear a burqa?
No, you don't.
Are you allowed to drive a car?
Yes, you can.
Aren't you afraid you're gonna get bombed by a terrorist?
Terrorists?
Yeah, I know. Honestly, Kuwait is the safest place I have ever been, ever. I have a family here. I'm very comfortable raising my family here. It is so safe. I can literally go almost anywhere in Kuwait at 3 o'clock in the morning and not be afraid that somebody is gonna try to hurt me or snatch me.
It's generally safe.
It's very safe.
Very safe.
That's the point.
Yes.
I think one of the main points that we want to get across to people, and the reason why our friendship works so well, is that we're not embarrassed to ask each other questions.
Yes, we ask each other questions all the time. Especially when I go to the US, I always need to ask her questions about stuff. Never been embarrassed.
And I definitely, I mean, it's kind of crazy the way things will come across. You know, one way from my culture is perceived different in her culture, so I always run things across, run things by Amani. It's like, is this okay? Are you supposed to do this? Are you not allowed to do this? So just be very open-minded with each other, and don't be afraid to ask questions. That's the only way you're going to learn.
Right. So in each episode, we're going to teach Kirstin how to speak Arabic. Not any Arabic, but Kuwaiti Arabic.
Kuwaiti Arabic, yes. And I have, like we've said before, I've lived in Kuwait over 10 years, and it's so embarrassing that I don't speak Arabic. I know a little words. I know a little bit.
Right.
But in my defense, I'm from the South, and we speak very slow in the South, and Arabic is a very hard language.
It is.
And there are sounds that are made that we don't have in our English language, like the sound.
You mean A?
Yeah, that one. The back of the throat sound, I can't do it.
Well, eventually you will.
Inshallah, I hope so.
See, she knows some words.
So what did we start with today? What do you want to go over today, Arabic?
How about greetings?
Okay, so I do know some greetings. That's the easy one for me because those are some that I actually know.
I'm sure you know.
So I know very formal, when you say hello, is assalamu alaikum.
Correct.
And then a shortened version is salam. That's the easy one. And then people can say salam back, so that's the easiest one to learn. So then when a lot of times Amani will invite me over to her family's house and gatherings, and one that I hear all the time, Shlonich, Shakbarich.
That's right. And Shlonich Shakbarich means how are you? How are you doing?
And I do know that the itch part, that is for a girl. So for a boy, if you're greeting a man or a boy, you would say Shlonik Shakbarek.
Correct.
Right? I had to think about that.
That's right. I think that's enough for this episode. Yeah?
That sounds good. Yeah. Well, one more word. Ma salama. We'll see you again, which means goodbye.
Goodbye.